giving a test to the mic. Sup, just give me a sec. I'm trying to fix it, because it's not really a playing stream, it's a talking stream for a second. Sup, just give me a sec. I'm trying to fix it, because it's not really a playing stream, it's a talking stream for a second. Sup, just give me a sec. I'm trying to fix it, because it's not really a playing stream, it's a talking stream for a second. Sup, just give me a sec. I'm trying to fix it, because it's not really a playing stream, it's a talking stream for a second. Sup, just give me a sec. I'm trying to fix it, because it's not really a playing stream, it's a talking stream for a second.
腕は鈍っちゃいないだろうね。私が見てないからって怠けるんじゃないよ。
参りましょうか。
Fair enough.
Deadline 何はとも いろんな設定でよし行くよ。やれやれ。
これが新たなペガサスの力だ。
仕方ないね。相手をしてやっても構わないよ。
さあ全力でかかってきな。
ファイト。
I want to see if I can get Main to jump in. Hold on. if you're not busy. Alright. Hey everyone, I thought I'd just give a nice little update to what's going on right now. So, I do understand that I've been very inconsistent on streaming time. So, I do need to set some days for myself, and after a little bit of consideration, I have considered the days that I would like to do specifically what I am going to do as far as content wise. So this is how it's gonna go for now until further notice, until or unless some emergencies pop up or holidays taken into account. On Monday and Saturday, if I am available, usually during the afternoon, the early afternoon, I will stream. I will usually stream between the times of maybe 1 and 6 o'clock. Maybe not the whole 5 hours, maybe just 1 or 2 hours. Or if I feel compelled enough, then I will do the whole 5 hours from 1 to 6. It also depends if I do have work the next day, because unfortunately this is not my primary sense of currency. This is more of a hobby for me, and I do it to entertain you guys. Also, on Tuesday through Thursday, there won't be any streams posted on this channel because they will be the day that I post all of my voice videos for my other channel, which is just called Hot Takes, all capitalized with dots between each of the letters and a space where appropriate. So it should just be capital H dot capital O dot capital T space capital T dot capital A dot capital K dot capital E dot capital S. And that's just how I post under that channel. Maybe later, once I get the chance to re-edit this footage, I will link the handle for that channel inside the description for this stream. But this just to give you much more of a general basis to how I'm going to set up things for the following weeks, or how, and basically how I'm going to handle how I do content, because I am a listening channel. I'm not really a person that needs you to watch the video. It's more of a, you can listen and then comment in the, it's like leave comments or leave a like or dislike, you know, be able to have a conversation about what the topic is of the day, basically. And I kind of just want to, you know, tell you how I am for right now. I've been feeling really like on and off about fighting games, actually. It's been pretty slow. It hasn't really been, you know, pretty fulfilling, you know, when you're not in a community of, like, you know, playing one game, you sort of feel kind of left out. But then when you're in a community that encourages you to play a lot of games, you sort of feel like you're getting sort of overwhelmed by how many games they're asking you to play. And that's kind of where I am right now, because as far as my friends, for what my friends have called me, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, which in itself is a good thing because I can play them all, but is a bad thing because that means I play most games. I'm saying fighters in general in this case. There are a lot of fighters out there right now so far that either have, one, a very small community, two, a very semi-active community, or three, a community that is the loudest. And when you're getting videos of just, like, you know, kind of just different fighting games going around, you sort of feel like, okay, I don't fit in this game because I don't play it a lot. I don't play this game a lot. Why do I watch this one? And then why would I watch the next one? What do I even want to play anymore? I'm more like lost in the shuffle, like lost in the sauce, if you want to call it that. But I am really lost, basically, when it comes to finding a game to play. Because the game that I got into recently was Gundam Versus, and that community only ever really plays like at a specific time of night or a specific time of year, or mainly at convention spaces. So it's hard to just go, I play this game for like maybe a portion of the year, then I play this for like a portion of the year. But when I go to conventions, I play this. But when I go there, I just do that. It's much more of a mix-up of how I justify how I play my fighters. Like right now, this is Soldier Soul, Saint Seiya Soldier Soul. I haven't touched this in like 3 years, and coming back to it, it feels a bit refreshing. But it's weird to know that there aren't a lot of people that play this game at all, or even know it exists. That's the purpose of my videos, because it's good to show some fighters that do exist. They just don't have the community like it used to. Or it's just very, dead in the water developer-wise, because they don't ever touch the game. It's like meant like a fan game. And it's, trying to find a good phrase to put for it. It is sort of at a state where it doesn't need to be touched, because the game is basically done, because there's nothing you can do to it, if that does make sense to whoever's out there. But I'll be very frank with you recently. Because there's like so many things, like so little games that have like, a decent end game, or sort of like a big competition scene, you don't know what the next step is. I don't know what the next step is. It sounds like I'm being repetitive, but I'm being very cautious to how I'm saying it. I don't know where the next step is, because only for certain games are there a next step. Because only really, there are only 3 that really have, competition circuits. That being Street Fighter League, the games that Bandai produces that they allow on their, that they allow on their separate game tours. One for Tekken, one for Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I guess not many for anything else until they release one, because I haven't heard of them releasing one for any Gundam games when it existed, except for all the PlayStation 4 tournaments I see for it. It's just really random. Plus Gundam is a 2v2 game, so you can't really just play it alone. Then Arc Sys is a issue in itself, because of the number of games that they produce. You don't know what games are between theirs and from the company that wanted it. Like, for example, DNF Duel's under Nexon. Arc Sys doesn't run that on their tour, for what I know. I haven't gotten to fully research it. They don't run it on their tour. Yet a lot of the games that they have are mainly, sponsored by other things, or games from other titles, or games for other titles, or fans of just the specific series itself. It seems very open and very not accustomed to just me, the type of games that I just want to play normally, where it's just I'll play it for an hour or two and I feel like I feel accomplished. Not like I need to put 1,000 hours into it, because this is my life, or my primary sense of income. I feel like there's no level, there's no path for playing that game in the long term if they can just re-release the game and then you have to transfer to the next game. So like the upsides, downsides of live service, where, you know, the upside being that it's essentially the same game, you just update it, and then like the downside being that the downside of live service is you don't have to wait for the game to exist, but they have to make the next game, and so you're just waiting on the older ones. It's a very teetering seesaw with multiple games on it that I either touch randomly or once. Plus, where do fighters go from here at this rate? If fighting games were specifically developed from a arcade genre style or an arcade style being very old, the sort of meet in one place and then you just play, where that has to be sort of done on an online sense, or whenever they want to do an actual person-to-person match, or whenever they were doing like what I mentioned before, like when they're doing the actual live circuits, like who is it for? Is it for the professionals? Is it for the casuals? Is it for both? Because literally, I know that casuals like myself do like to watch professional matches and then believe that they can become professional, but I don't really see where we go from here that's more beneficial, that doesn't put us in the same position where we are right now, where we're just, you know, a niche game that happens to have an esports scene. Like, you know, there's like 6 or 7 esports out there that are really popular, that have, you know, like worldwide support, or just like a main known game. Like, you know, just because it's a Street Fighter, people know it. They don't really know games like Dragon Ball FighterZ. Maybe they had seen it once and they don't know the name of it. But it's more of, you know, you need the widespread appeal to get the game out there. But at the same time, where do you go? You add the more people, what do you do now? Do you just follow the same path the whole way through? Do you... Do you follow the path the whole way through? Do you just like assume that it just is what it is? Because as far as I understand, it is very, very up in the air about what I'm gonna do with this. So for now, I'm just going to sort of, maybe I'll relax, I don't know, because it happens to be that I'm very much lost, and I'm trying not to feel like I'm, you know, in the middle of an imposter syndrome consistently. But when you play so many games, when you play so many fighters and so many fighters aren't alive, what do you do? It just doesn't feel palpable to play more than one fighter. Yet, if you're a fan of fighters, everybody wants you to play more than one. So I'm sort of lost here. So I'm asking anyone who is going to watch this video at any point to, you know, give me a suggestion. Maybe, should I just keep playing random ones? Should I just stick to one and give more hours to that? I don't know. I'm very much lost, because right now I don't know what the next step is. But that's just me going over some issues that I've been having recently. So, thanks for listening. To be fair, I don't feel like I took up all your time today just listening to me go on about my issues with where I think fighters even go from here now versus, you know, versus kind of like not the next step, but sort of like the current state being the influencing point of, do fighters even have a chance in the future right now, where we're not just waiting every 10 years for the next one, because that's just kind of what we're doing. We're just waiting for more now, but there are so many old ones that you can play over time. That, what do you play? Do you just play everything? Do you just use your money on everything? Do you just see kind of like where I'm going? I hate to ramble, but it makes sense for rambling. Well, it doesn't make sense to ramble, but it makes sense that I'm lost and rambling because I have no idea where to go. So, once again, sorry for me, venting all my issues. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this should be a good week. Let's just see how that goes out. Thanks for watching.